I've lost count of how many sunrises I've seen since I arrived on this island. Hundreds, I'd imagine. Yet each one seems more beautiful than the last. Sometimes I like to take Athena out just before dawn and watch it while flying through the morning sky. It's in these simple moments that I realize just how lucky I am. Not that I was unhappy exploring the wreaths and rainforests back in Oz, but I wasn't ever going to spot a Bronto stomping about the outback, was I? Since I got here, I've had the opportunity to study creatures that no other biologists have even witnessed. I'll always be grateful for that.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to Lucky by Nature. So during one of these past episodes of our Extinction series, I had asked for suggestions on what our next series should be, and we got an overwhelming majority who wanted us to go through the entire arc from start to finish, and some suggested that we start each map with nothing. So for this season, it's going to be just me because Vixen has a lot of other things going on, but she will join me on our Atlas series. So for those Vixen fans, make sure you tune in for that series. But for the hardcore Ark fans, this series is going to be called Helena'S Path, which basically means that I'm going to be following the same maps she went to, and I will have nothing on my body when we ascend to each map. So any dinos I tame will be gone forever. Any like cool BPs, all of that, it's gonna be gone. If anything, oh crap. So if anything, all I may have is basically whatever I have on my body. So it could just be my armor or whatever, which is basically all Helena had as far as I know. Obviously she wasn't going to show up naked, at least I don't think she did. I think she was taking her, like, whatever she had with her over. So, but anyways, I guess that's up for discussion. So if you guys want it to be me completely naked from one map to the next, that's fine too. Actually, screw it. Let's just do it like that. We'll go as if we start all over again. All we're gonna have are our levels, basically. So that, I think that'll make it more interesting. So another thing that I want to mention here is I will not magically have new dinos from one episode to the next, because in my opinion, I think that's kind of cheap, because I mean, as far as you guys know, I could have spawned them. So I don't want to do that, unless of course it's something that is super simple to tame, like, I don't know, dodos, listros, ichthyes, the dolphins, because all that stuff is super easy, and I doubt that you guys would just want to sit there and watch me do those over and over. So I'm not gonna bother with those. So I may have those, or I may just you know, do it like on the actual episode. That remains to be seen. But another thing that I need to go over is my server setup. So all the spawning is standard. So basically the high level spawning rates are super terrible on the island, as they are on official, which will make it super hard for me to find max 150 level dinos. So my plan is to find anything 130 and higher. And on some occasions, I may even settle for less than that, unless it's something super important. And really, I can only think of 3 dinos that I will need to make sure that they're 130 or better. But the harvesting is set to 2 times, I believe. It could be 3 times. The taming is the standard for us, which is 5 times. Otherwise, I would be sitting there forever, and I don't want to do that. Although I do like to do other things at the same time. So hopefully it won't be too boring for you guys. And mating and the speed at which babies grow up is a little bit more accelerated, since I will have to do a lot of breeding to get the Rexes that I will need to be able to ascend. But I think that's pretty much it. So I really hope that you guys enjoy this series. And so let me go ahead and concentrate on this business, because this is going to be pretty serious here. And so it was a little dark, and we're about to go into the trees, so I needed to change my gamma. But I think what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and not do the whole run, because that is a bit long. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to basically do a part of the map, which is going to be the easiest part. And my plan right now is to go end up at the Herbivore Island. So I'm just going to do the partial run, where I'm going to cover the bottom half. And hopefully we won't get killed. That is always my hope. But you never know, especially with Raptors nowadays. Those Raptors, until I get enough speed going, they will catch me and they will kill me. That's what I foresee happening. But yeah, all we can do is wish for the best, guys. So I have to lay down to get my stand back. So I use as little of my food and water as possible. And so I will be up in levels fairly quick, at least up to what we need to be able to get our saddles and all that good stuff. Oh goodness, that went down right in front of our faces. But it's just Dillo, so that's not a big deal. Oh, but I hear a raptor, and I don't want any part of that, so I'm just gonna try to get this real quick and run along. The biggest thing that I rely on whenever I do this is my hearing, because a lot of times I don't get to see these guys. Oh jeez, come on. It was still able to hit me, but at least it didn't jump on me, which is really good. And I know that that was a raptor. But we gotta stay calm, guys. We gotta stay calm, because if we don't, that could be our undoing. And right now, I honestly need as many of those XP points as I can, because I'm hoping that by the time we get to the Herbivore Island, that we have plenty of seconds to go through, so that way when we build, we get double the XP. Because to get leveled up on the island, it can be easy and it can be hard at the same time. The reason it can be hard is because it takes a while. I mean, it all depends. If you are doing this on single player, then it's pretty easy, because the number system for each level is completely different. So you don't even have to get anywhere close to 1,000,000 XP points, and you would already be completely maxed out. So if I were to do the official run that I usually would do on single player, it would take me upwards to about I don't know, in the 80s, if I'm not mistaken. It's somewhere in the mid 80s. But on the server, it's way different. So the best I can do is probably get to close to 75. But like I said, this is just going to be a partial run. So now I know that a update is coming, and those tech dinos are supposed to be giving you like metal and things like that, like the enforcers do. But I'm not really sure if that's gonna happen on these maps. I think that they will make that happen on Extinction, but I just don't think it's gonna happen here. I mean, all I can do is hope that they do, but we'll find out. And I think it's just a couple of days before that happens. But the thing I like is to collect as many of these drops as I can, because that gives us a lot of the stuff that we need. And so I save myself at least some resources. So hopefully there's something good that I can use there. Like I could really use some armor, although I can use, do cloth. Oh. Well, these little pesky guys, they could be, they could really be really troublesome if there's a bunch of them. Ooh, there's actually some good stuff there. But it looks like there's 2 of these guys, so I'll just go ahead and take them out. I'm gonna need some hide anyway. And I got this for free on that other drop, so this is very helpful. Ouch. And the other thing that I did that I forgot to mention was that I went ahead and set the loot tables to like 1.3 or yeah, I think 1.3, so we can get just a little bit better. Since I'm gonna be doing yeah, kill him for me, and then I'll kill you. Look at this guy. He's a tough one. Ooh, nice try. Okay, now this guy right here is like Hercules. Goodness. Oh, and this one wants trouble too. These guys are pretty funny. I don't know if I should kill it. Okay, it's not coming after me. Alright, that's good. It's always exciting in the Ark. And now I just need to collect some hide, but I don't have the tools. But I think I saw some here. Yep. Oh, and it's exactly what I need, so that's good. Yeah, I could use these. Spark powder, I mean, I could always make that. The water. See, I was afraid of that. The weight. We can just make these later, I think. Because I'm weighed down quite a bit. Actually, this, I'm just gonna put it down just because, in case I die somewhere close to here, because you just never know. But I need to either go up, if I collect this stuff, I might go up. I'm really close to my next level, but we do need to get rid of these. That stuff is just way too heavy, but the sleeping bag. The sleeping bag is so heavy. Alright. Oh, but I'm torn, guys. I'm torn. Should I put weight or should I put speed? Weight it is. Where did the other little guy go? Okay, there's one. But there was another one somewhere around here. Now I can't see it. And I guess it could have gone into the ground. But it's not all that pressing. But I'm sure I'm gonna get to kill lots of other things so I can get plenty of hide. And the main thing that I'm gonna be concentrating on, of course, is getting a pteranodon right off the bat as soon as I can. So that will be my first thing whenever we go over to Herbivore Island. Alright, so I need to go ahead and start selecting some of this stuff. I mean, a lot of this stuff I'm gonna end up getting anyway. Oh yeah, and I keep on forgetting to mention the one thing I do have on this server set up is Structures Plus, because Structures Plus does make life a little bit easier. And we are going to be getting some of that stuff automatically. But there are some other things that I do like that I don't think we're going to get. But I just, you know, as long as it's not too much help, I think it'll be fine. I will use the egg hatchery, and let me see, I'm not going to use the nanny or anything like that. I'm not going to use anything to help me collect anything, except for, of course, the hatchery, because we need a lot of eggs and we need to constantly keep on hatching those eggs for the for the Rexes. Okay, I don't need that. Yeah, I'll take that. What the heck? I'm just worried about the weight. I can always use some berries. I'm hoping to get one of those green ones so that way it looks like that Titan and I are going the same route. But I could really use some hide armor. That would be nice. And those are free in the green drops. But I'm just going to go... there's one note just up here on the left side of the second waterfall, I believe. So we'll go ahead and get that one. And you got to keep your eyes peeled, guys, because if... right through here, there tend to be a lot of raptors, and we don't want to be surprised. I mean, we have 2,700 seconds, and that's good. But I'm hoping to get somewhere around, I don't know, 15,000 maybe. Once we are able to get our Pteranodon, then we'll fly around and we will be able to level that up quick and level ourselves up at the same time. And I'm going to be very selective. There are two of those special, what are they called? The one who waits. They're not the note boxes, but they are like little terminals or something. And so those are going to be selected because those are purple. And if you have the purple with the green XP numbers, then you get like 4 times, something like that. But it's pretty nice because you can level up something fierce then. But we're gonna save it for when we are a little higher, obviously, because that will help us out. Little stam, a little bit. We're just using a little bit of everything at this point in time. Since we are a little early in the game, even if we died right now, it's not a big deal. Yeah, the points would reset, but there's still plenty more out there. Another thing that I will concentrate are the alphas, and I will show you guys how to take care of those. But for that, I am going to need an RG. So my plan is to try to get an RG soon after I get my Pteranodon. And there's a couple of places that I can do that, but more than likely, well, I guess it'll comes down to the levels, because if I can't find good levels, then it doesn't even matter. But for the RG, I would say if I can get a 120 or better, I'd be good with that. That pretty much the Quetzes we don't need any longer because the RGs are extremely helpful and now they can carry a lot of weight. Of course, they can't carry as much weight as the Quetz, but you can also build things in the RG. So that's very helpful. So yeah, that's my plan right now. So the way I play has completely changed since they've changed a lot of things as far as the dinos go. And I can only imagine how helpful the third TLC will be if they ever do it. These guys usually give you a lot of hide, so, and plus they don't fight back, which is nice. Although that one didn't give me very much hide at all. Usually it's in the 20s, but it doesn't happen all the time, obviously. Ooh, oh, that's not a good enough level. And the Pteranodon doesn't have to be very high either. And we should already be able to make the stuff that we need for that, except for the, let me see what level, 29. No, I think we need to be 38, maybe, to be able to do the Pteranodon saddle. But if I don't have any tracks, I mean, you don't need any of that. All you need is a club and a bola, and boom, that's all you need. Of course, it also depends on the level. But you can still bring it down with a club. The only thing or the only level that I don't think that you can do that with is probably anything with. No, actually, I was able to bring down a 145 with my club and one bola. All right, so I am looking for the next one. I think it's right in front of us. It's just a little hard to see because of all these bamboo trees there. Thought I heard something. All right. Usually I like to have 150 stam, but now it's all about the health and the weights and the speed, of course. And I believe we need 75. Hey. I saw it go right down right here. Did it go in the tree? What the heck? I don't see it. Alright, it looks like I'll have to bring down the tree because I'm not hitting it. I know I saw it go right here, so let's take out the tree. Now let's get rid of the wood. There it is. That was kind of sneaky. Okay, I think we're looking good. We're up to 6,000 seconds of extra XP. And while we do pick up twice as fast, it's not really that much if we just walk around. So we need to build things. But for now, all we can do is just run around. So we're now should be getting 200 points per instead of 100. And there is an area that we are eventually going to come to. And that is the place that I am worried about getting caught by the Raptors. I'm thinking I need about 250 hide, but you're not good enough there. And plus, I am going to use up some hide for my bolas. But of course, I do have these plans, but of course, anything can change at any time, depending on how things go. Because we got to be able to adapt to any given situation. And the other concern I have is that it's gonna get dark on us before we get to our last area, which is over there on the southeast. So I'm not gonna kill like all these dodos because, like I said just a second ago, I'm a little pressed for time. Alright, so here we may end up getting hit by piranha, so you just gotta jump there and get out as quick as possible. Right here shouldn't be too bad, but going across this next river is gonna be a little rough. Or, I mean, it could be. We need the pesto, spark powder. Oh, definitely the S plus. Mortar and pestle, because I am gonna be moving around. Like I have a lot of ideas right now, but I guess I shouldn't speak out of turn because it may not work out exactly how I'm thinking. So who knows? 38, yeah. So we still got a little bit to go. We're at 34, 5 levels, not too bad. We should be there in no time. Alright, so now we gotta mentally prepare, because this river is a little bit bigger and there's usually always piranhas. I could take this guy out because we do need some of the keratin. So yeah, I'll go ahead. And it's not too high level. Oh no. Got one more. Hopefully this one won't break. But there are plenty of turtles. And like I said, we need 75. But I don't remember these giving us all that much keratin, to be honest. Sometimes I feel like if you hit its shell, like it automatically breaks your spear. So I always try to hit it right in the noggin there. Although it looks like the noggin has a little bit of hard stuff on top of it, so I don't know. There we go. Alright. So now let's see how much keratin we get. Actually, that's not bad at all. 26 keratin, so that would take us maybe 3. So 2 more turtles, but sometimes they don't always give you that much, so we may end up having to do an extra one. And then there's also those little critters that come out of the water that give you black pearls sometimes. Those give you chitin, I believe. Alright, but none of this is going to be any good if we die going across this river. So I want to go through this on the narrowest area here. But the problem is usually there's spinos. Or usually there's a spino. Oh, yikes. I was not expecting that. We were going to go right into that shark. That was terrible. But if we go too further in, or too far in, we're gonna end up running into a spino, and I don't want that. Okay, I don't know. Let's run and jump. Like, I didn't see any piranhas. If anything, there might be one to our left, but right now let's not concentrate on that. Let's just go as quick as possible. Oh, there was one. I knew it. Oh boy. Okay, but we made it. That's the important thing. But now we gotta be able to find this next node, and this one's a little difficult to find sometimes. And I think it's in there. And I used to have a lot of trouble with this one, but I learned that I just need to walk far enough back, because I always stayed in the front. But it's, yeah, see, look at this. This is just hard to find, especially with all these trees all over the place. $35, 3 more levels, and then we can well, if we run into a pteranodon. That's not gonna be my priority just yet. Although I am hoping that I find one before we have to go over to Hervey Island, because otherwise we're gonna have to swim across. And I'm sure you guys know that's gonna be pretty tough, and it's gonna be scary as heck. We got lots of meat, but that's gonna end up weighing us down a bit if we're not careful. And we got some citron oil. So we got a couple of the seeds we need to be able to make some of our recipes. And we are gonna need to make our recipes. We won't need to make kibble for everything we get, especially if we find mutton. And the mutton situation, it is a little tough to find ovis. But that's another thing. I'm not just going to surprise you with, surprise, look, I got all this mutton out of the blue. Because, especially here, I mean, there are maps where they're easy to find and you know exactly where to find them. And so it's just a given. But here on the island, not so much. So if I mean, I do know that you have to go further north to find them, and usually you will find them all over the snow. But of course, the snow area is pretty dangerous, and I'm having a little trouble finding this darn note. And this always happens to me. I either don't go far forward enough, like far south enough, or sometimes I go too far south. And so I gotta try to figure out that I go too far south, so let me go ahead and back up a little bit. And it's by a bunch of bamboo, so let's look here in this little area. Okay, phew. Because sometimes I waste too much time just looking for this one right here. Alright, 2 more levels, guys, so that's 37. Alright, so yeah, what I'm gonna do is I will actually go and find these darn ovis and bring them in and use that mutton. Or if I use a certain source of, to tame something, you're gonna see it. That sound, guys? That was a raptor. And it's still after me, oh my god. I don't think I have enough speed just yet to, oh no. So I am outrunning it because that should have been right on top of me. This is where my stam really comes in handy. Just that little extra, but I need to get far enough. Now that I can't hear it, but I'm not gonna stop until I get to the very top. And hopefully it won't come up after me. Because I have been caught here before, so that I'm used to. Now, typically at this point, I would get a little bit of crystal, but I did find a spyglass already, so I don't actually need to mess with that. But this is usually where I would make one. Yikes, why are you screaming? What's happening? What's back there? I don't see anything. I think it's just being a little extra for no reason. Okay, so we gotta go back. There's that raptor that was trying to get us, and we gotta go right in front of us. That little step looking thing. We gotta go right down the middle. And I don't hear anything yet. So I gotta be extra quiet. Oh, crap. At this point, it's do or die, guys. No, I don't know. I don't... Oh, crap. Things are getting worse. It's coming after me. Okay, but I can outrun that one. Oh, crap. I don't know if this is deep enough for the Carno. We'll feel it here in a second if it's walking. I don't hear anything. Okay. And these guys should keep us safe. So now we'll be able to stop. And there it is. It did come across, but I guess it was a little deeper than I thought. So now let's just get out of this area here because I don't want any part of that. That's not something that I would be able to survive. But I can outrun it, so that's good. So I feel like my speed is decent. Enough to at least outrun the Carnos and the Raptors. But there are other things that could catch us. So I may still work on it. I'm not going to go as high as I normally would on PvP. Because there's really no need. On here, I'm going to need more weight than anything. But we'll see how that goes. And it all depends. I don't think I need a Giga. So there's really not gonna be any need for me to try to tame it the crazy way. Otherwise, I would need a well, I mean, I could always use a trap and things like that, but my weight is getting pretty good. And this area right here is nice because we have 3 that I can think of the top of my head. Alright, so now we can get that Pteranodon saddle. And I guess I could select the chitin armor. Although I don't really know if I am going to... Okay, 200 and... Alright, so at least now we know what we need. For sure. These are going to be activated anyway. I doubt that I'll ever make it, but at least they'll be there just in case. Because usually I will go from cloth to hide and then straight to flak. I'm thinking I'll probably put down this sleeping bag when we get closer to where there's a circle and we gotta go across the water. Okay, we just need some thatch. But it's good to try to get ready for all that good stuff, because we could end up running into a good Pteranodon anytime. So we are looking pretty good, guys. Pretty good. I'm thinking at the rate we're going, I'm hoping that I'm at least around 50, level 50 by the time we get to Herbie Island. And that is going to give us a lot of wiggle room, because we'll be ahead of schedule. Because usually it's the levels that really kind of hold you back. Yeah, I'm kind of liking the speed. That's good. Because whenever I start, it always feels a little slow. And I think the max levels is 105, so that's gonna be a heck of a run to try to get to that. But I mean, I have some ideas of what I need to do, but for that we're gonna need a baryonyx. Nope, not good enough there. Alright, so it's gonna get pretty foggy, and this is not good news for us, but I'm gonna have to put the sleeping bag somewhere around here. And there's always Sarcos in this area, at least one. So right now I'm just scoping it out, making sure that there are no Sarcos. But they could also be on land, and so you gotta be aware of that. But nope. So we're lucky there. So far, our luck has been on our side. Now we need to go to this peak over here, or this area, because it gets shallow over here. We can just run across. I think it's right there. I like to look at my inventory to see what I got, where I gotta get to, and I think we'll be fine. But right now we gotta get into those woods because there are 2 notes in there. Okay, good. So that's the area that's really shallow, so you could just run across there. But the reason I jumped is just in case I wasn't in the right spot. And usually this one is the hardest for me to find, especially if it's this foggy, because I can never quite pinpoint the exact location for this one. I know it's kind of low, and if it looks like it's getting too steep, then I need to go lower, which right now, yeah, this hill looks a little steep. But also, well, let me go look and see what that's drop has over there, and it's probably close to that drop. But see how I gotta be cautious here because there could be a lot of bad stuff. All right, so I'm thinking it's probably down. So let me go ahead and look down because over there looks a little too steep. So it's gotta be close to this area. And then we'll try to look into that drop. It should be down by the time, hopefully, we find this darn note. Okay, here it is. I always tend to go too far up. Alright. So now at least I can get hit once without falling asleep by those little glowing eyes, little stinkers. The Trudons, that's what they're called, Trudons. Alright, hopefully this will give me something good. Oh, hey, I can always use the hide. The other stuff I don't really need. But fiber, hide, that's always good, and of course the stone to do my bolas. My weight is still good, so we're ready to go to the next spot. This one, usually I don't have troubles. Usually that brings me right to it. 45, so I need 5 more to meet my quota, because I want to be at 50. But I'll already be able to get a lot of things done. I'm trying to think of what level I need to be able to get my RG saddle. But that's going to be my next very important saddle. But if I do get a Pteranodon, I will be able to get the other stuff fairly easily. So now we are starting to head to... We're getting closer. But there's usually a lot of Alpha Raptors. Those, there's no way I could ever outrun them. And I mean, I think I would need upwards in the 200s speed, and yeah, ain't happening. Because we're talking about over, I don't know, over 70 some plus levels just on speed. So the best thing for those is just try to hug the water, because if they come at us, we can jump in the water. But then there's also a lot of sharks in this area, and that could be another problem. Also, the issue with these Alpha Raptors is that I could run right past those other dinos that typically carnivores would go after. But Alpha Raptors tend to just completely ignore them and go right after you. So if you see something glowing and you're on foot, you just try to avoid them, because it's going to be rough. It's going to be a rough time. And this I call Alpha Raptor Alley. Because they are... Oh, look, a baryonyx. That could be trouble. Especially if we're in the water and it's in the deep water where it can do that spin. But I don't know if you guys are aware. Ooh, what is that? Okay, over here is shallow. So we can just run across. I thought for a second that was an alpha raptor, but it wasn't. It was just a reddish looking, I don't know, it was probably, yeah, one of those. Those that make seeds, which is pretty useless. But the cool thing about those iguanodons is that, I mean, you can go on all fours and run forever. That's pretty nice if you want to get around quick. And, I mean, they're kind of tough. They're a little tough. Alright, so here, there's always raptors. Never fails. So I'm going to be quiet so I can hear for those footsteps. Oh. That's a rap. Oh, no. Oh, no. So I can't get to that one. So let me try to get to this one over here on this side. Oh, no. There's another alpha raptor. We don't even want to get close to those. So we have two that we can't even get right now. So let's just head over to the next one because we cannot afford that. Look at our seconds, guys. It's at 12,300 and almost 50. We cannot afford to lose all those seconds because that's a whole lot of seconds worth of extra XP that we cannot lose. But there's quite a few right here, so we'll be able to get that one, then this one, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, and then there's one on the bottom, so that would be 6. So yeah, there is quite a few right through here. Very important. But also, we could be in a lot of trouble right through here. And, oh, these little flying guys, I could probably try to take them out. Because they do give us some really good chitin. A good amount. But it could be dangerous because they could end up killing us. But it looks like there's 1, maybe 2. Yeah, there's 2 there. Oh, 3. Well... Okay, there's 1. 1 just went down. I gotta try to remember where that is. Okay, there's 2. Oh, crap. That only gave me 5 chitin. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Oh, there's a 4th. Come on. Just stand there still, you. So this thing, every time they hit us, they're gonna drain our health. I mean, not health, but stamp. Ouch. 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 Now I'm starting to worry, guys. It's only 6, but I'm doing 16. Oh, man. Maybe this was a bad idea. 14,000... seconds are about to go down the drain. Holy That was like the last straw, guys. That was like the last thing I could possibly do. So that's 20 chitin. That's good. That's not bad. We got like 2/3 of what we need. Because we can use the chitin and the other stuff, the keratin. So yeah, we are around half, no, 2/3. We're about 2/3 of what we need. But oh man, that was rough. I can't believe that. Where was the other one? Okay, there it is. 23. Ooh, we're super close. All right. Was there another one? And if it is, where are you? Because that could probably give us what we need to get us there. Right now, according to my calculations, We have to be just a couple away from getting the 75. But where did you go? And what sucks is that I hit that one, the first one that I killed, or the second one that I killed, I hit it with my pike. Or not my pike, the little wooden toothpick. And so I only got 8 out of that, I think. 8 or 6. So that's 45, 60, 70. Was that 71? Come on. Show me where you're at. I don't know, but I can't spend my whole time in here. Did I come this way? Did I come this far? Maybe? No, I don't think I did. Okay, well, we gotta get our next note. And what do I see up there? So it looks like that Carno. See, that could be lots of trouble. I mean, I could outrun it. So it looks like it's busy with some of those little mosquito things. So I could just run in there, grab it, and jump. All right. That wasn't too bad. Right? Yeah, it didn't come after us. It didn't even notice us. So we're at 52, and we are getting closer to our destination. And man, I would love to get a hold of those mosquitoes after it kills them, if it doesn't eat them. Level 50. I don't know. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Do you think we should go for it? I mean, I could. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Yikes. Okay, just for that, now we're gonna have to do something about this. I think I'm high enough to where it shouldn't get me, but. And I do have some arrows. I do have. Oh, why don't you come over here and fight this guy so that way he can wear you down a little bit. Go fight it. Usually this works. Okay, there he goes. Alright. Now they should fight it out. He should soften that Carno for me. And I think that Carno will give me some keratin, doesn't it? Because of its horns. We're about to find out. Oh yeah. Oh no. It's gonna kill that too fast. No, don't run. Fight it. Oh, jeez. Well. Ah. I was thinking I could get some from that too. Some keratin. I don't know. Like, I don't even remember what gives me keratin and what doesn't. I mean, I know some stuff, but I can't remember all the dinos, to be honest. Hold on, stay still. No, it's moving too much. Come on, stay still, you. Oh, missed. Well, it already has a few good arrows in it, but yeah, it's probably low, so it's not gonna try to attack me. This guy will only give me hide. Wow, it didn't give it. What? So we're at that point now where it's gonna take a couple of notes before we can get anything. Alright, so now there's gonna be one down here, then we're gonna come around and get our last one in this area, and then we should be fine. Usually I can go down in this little area here. Oh no. Okay, that's not gonna work. that raptor, and if I fall hard enough, I may end up hurting myself enough to the point where I can't walk, and that would be bad, especially after this hard work we've done. So let's head on over this way. I could go okay, you're not too dangerous. I don't know, maybe I can go down somewhere around here. I wish we could go down like a slide, but I know that's not gonna work out like we think it's gonna be, but there's gotta be a place somewhere around here. Like, what about right here? I mean, there's a lot of rocks, right? Maybe there's a rock I could step on? I don't know, guys. Do you think I should do it? Should I take the plunge? Oh, but what if I die? Or should I just go the long way and risk dealing with a raptor? I guess I could try to land on one of those rocks. Alright, guys. Dare me to do this? Screw it. No guts, no glory. So, oh god, this is gonna hurt. Oh crap, I went too far.